It was around 10 p.m. Ravi, Kishan, and Panka were sitting and chatting in the village. All three were sitting on a cement bench. Hey Pankai, it's really hot today. Why don't we go take a bath at the pond? Yes, he's right. We'll enjoy the cold water. Don't even think about it. If we go for a bath today, it will be our last. What do you mean? Anything. Don't you guys know that today is the full moon night? 6 nymphs come to the pond to take a bath. And then they kill anyone who sees them bathing. Isn't that right? Yeah. I've been hearing this story for years. It's nothing like that. The idea of going to the pond is absolutely brilliant. They had a little argument, and Panka and Kishan decided it was best not to go. But Ravi seemed possessed. Go away, you cowards. I'm feeling very hot. I'll definitely take a bath in the pond today. I'll see your 6 nymphs too, hiding behind a tree. He started looking at the pond. It's completely empty. There isn't a single nymph here. I already knew that. Just then, he heard the tinkling sound of several pipes simultaneously, and he stopped laughing. He saw 6 women approaching from the front. All of them were wearing lahanga chuni and veils on their faces. Oh, it was real. He was staring wide-eyed at those 6 nymphs. One by one, they all entered the pond and started laughing merrily. They were shoulder-deep in water. Their laughter sounded terrifying in the silence of the night. Ravi watched them silently, and now he was starting to feel a little scared. Just then, a mosquito bit his leg. As soon as Ravi spoke, all the nymphs stopped laughing. Ravi bent down and caressed his leg, then looked ahead. They were all completely silent. Then Ravi noticed there were 6 just now. How did it become 3? Where did the 3 go? Then he felt as if someone was standing behind him. He looked back, startled. 3 veiled nymphs stood before him. Seeing them, Ravisa's eyes filled with terror, and the next moment, his scream echoed through the air. Meerut, a city in Uttar Pradesh. Riya lived here with her family. Her family consisted of her husband Shivam, an 8-year-old son, Banku, and a 10-year-old daughter. Shivam, we are so lucky. By God's grace, our lives are going so well. The marriage went well, your business is starting well, and your family is complete. Arya? By God's grace, everything is fine. Only one thing is pending. Which one? I'm going to sell our land and ancestral house in our village, Madhavgarh, and start opening new branches of our company in other cities. I just hope they sell quickly, but the workload is so heavy that I can't go there. Everything in their lives was going well, but one day, a tragedy struck that they hadn't even anticipated. Arya, by God's grace, everything was fine. Only one project was on hold. Which project? I'm going to sell our land and ancestral house in our village, Madhavgarh, and start opening new branches of our company in other cities. I just hope they sell quickly, but the workload is so heavy that I can't go there. Everything was going well in their lives. But one day, a tragedy struck that they hadn't even anticipated. Riya's daughter died in an accident while returning from school, leaving Riya completely devastated. The smile on her face had vanished. The smile had vanished from her face. Shivam was also very upset by her condition, but he was also grieving the loss of his daughter. Shivam handed over the office work to his manager for a few days. Riya, I think we should go to Madhavgarh and see the house and land. I'll talk to the local dealer about selling it. If we stay there for a few days, your atmosphere will change. It's good for your health. Riya didn't respond. The next day, Shivam, Riya, and Banku left for Mav. After a 4-hour journey, they reached Mat. As soon as they got out of the car, they met the Mukhia and his associate Kaushalya. Hello, Mukhia ji. Hello, Shivam, son. Did you have any problems on the way? No, Mukhia ji. This is my wife. Riya. Riya looked very quiet and grief-stricken, which both Kausalya and Mukhia noticed. You look just like your father. Son, come, let me show you your house. Mukhia and Kaushalya took them to Shivam's ancestral home, which was huge and beautiful. Wow, Papa, this is our house. So big. Yes, son, this is Our house. It's very nice, Papa. So why do you want to sell it? Shivam ignored Banku's threats, and they all went inside. The house was very nice from inside. Banku happily examined every room and every corner. Ria, look, Banku is so happy to be home, isn't he? Yes, because he doesn't miss anyone here, but I am. Hearing this, Mukia and Kaushalya looked at him with surprise. My love, I am also sad about Chitra's departure. But Shivam said nothing further. Come, Shivam. Son, I will show you your fields. Shivam went with Mukia to see the fields. Kaushalya stayed there to talk to Ria, but Ria's words betrayed the sorrow in her heart. 3 days had passed since the three of them had been there, but Ria's heart was still restless. For some unknown reason, Kaushalya asked Ria a question. If you get a chance to talk to your daughter once, will you overcome this grief? Hearing this, Ria looked at her. What did you say? Is that possible? Yes, it's possible, but it takes a lot of courage to talk to a spirit and go to that pond. Ria asked in surprise. Which pond? There's a pond in the forest of our village. Every full moon night, 8:17 to 9:04, 6 nymphs come to bathe in that pond. If a man or woman sees them bathing at that time, they don't survive. Oh God, then why do you want to send me there? At that time, the time cycle opens in the pond. Those nymphs also possess amazing powers. If anyone goes there simply to see them, take ill Tim. But if a woman wishes to speak to the spirit of a deceased family member, she can go and tell them, and the 6 nymphs don't say anything to her, but instead fulfill her wish. They summon the spirit of a deceased relative to the pond and reunite her with her family. Hearing this, Ria became impatient. Where is that pond? Can I speak to my Kitra right now? Be patient. You can only go there on the night of the full moon, which is 3 days away. But you won't tell anyone about this. Ria stared at Kaushalya and nodded. Ria eagerly awaited the full moon night. Slowly, 3 days passed, and the full moon night arrived. Kaushalya arrived at Ria's house. Shivam and Banku were asleep. Take any one of Chitra's belongings with you. Ria kept Chitra's doll with her, and then Kaushalya took her and set off along the forest trail. Look, Ria, those 6s. Soon as the nymphs come to the pond, go to them immediately and tell them what you're saying. They shouldn't think you've come just to see them. Yes, I will. I absolutely have to talk to my daughter. Remember, you should only talk to Chitra once. No matter what Chitra says, don't tell her to come out of the pond. Just meet her and come back. After walking a few steps, we reached a dense forest area, and Kaushalya stopped. Now you'll have to go from here alone. I'll wait for you outside the house. Ria glanced back at the forest. Kaushalya left her, and Ria was now walking alone, doll in hand. After walking some distance, she saw a pond in front of her. The pond was empty. Then she heard the tinkling sound of ink. She quickly hid in the bushes. One by one, the 6 nymphs entered the pond. Then she remembered Kaushalya's words. Ria now gathered courage and headed for the pond. All the nymphs fell silent at her sight. Ria hesitated, stopping in front of them. Hello, goddess. Who are you? Have you come here to see us? No, goddess. I just want to talk to my prematurely deceased daughter once. Please, let me talk to her. Okay. Throw one of her belongings into the pond. Ria put the doll in the pond. Just then, the doll began to fill with water and sank with a thud. Ria was perplexed, wondering how the doll had drowned. Just then, a figure emerged from the pond. Ria saw it was Chitra. Tears welled up in her eyes. She was wearing her school uniform, and the exact same appearance Ria had last seen her dead. Tears welled up in Ria's eyes too. Mother, I want to come too. Seeing Ria, she became so emotional that she forgot everything about Kaushalya. She stretched out her arms and said through tears, Come, Chitra. Lord, I want to hug you too. As soon as she said this, Chitra ran and hugged her. All the other nymphs were now looking at each other, and then one by one, they started coming out of the pond. Chitra disappeared again. Then Ria remembered what Kaushalya had said. Those 6 nymphs were now coming out, making terrifying, angry noises. Seeing them coming towards her, her heart sank. Oh God! She turned and ran so fast that she didn't look back. Kaushalya was standing in the village square, waiting for her. Ria stopped right in front of her. What happened? Why do you look so scared? Ria asked, trying to hide the matter from Kaushalya. It's nothing. I was very scared in the forest. I couldn't stay there after Kay left. It's okay. Now, you too, stop being sad. Tritra is happy wherever she is. Her soul will remain restless. Thank you. Ria reached her home and lay down. She had just closed her eyes when she felt something on her stomach. She opened them in surprise and saw Chitra lying next to her. Her hand on Ria's stomach. Ria was shocked. She didn't dare say anything to Kim. She somehow dozed off, and the night passed. When she woke up in the morning, she found herself alone. Oh, where did Chitra go? Was it just my imagination? Ria hadn't seen Chitra all day, but she always felt someone was following her. At nightfall, when Ria went to take her clothes off the terrace, she saw Chitra there. Mother? She asked Chitra. You? Yes, Mother. Just then, Shivam arrived. Oh, Shivam, you! Ria panicked and looked at Chitra, but she had disappeared. Who are you talking to? Nobody. I just came to take my clothes off. Just then, the weather in the village changed. A strong, cold wind blew. The storm polluted the atmosphere. What is this? How did the weather suddenly change? The two quickly came down. Everyone in the village was disturbed by the sudden strong storm. Everyone came out of their houses and started talking to each other. Until now, the sky had been clear. How did this cold storm suddenly come? Now, the sound of anklets echoed in every street. Everyone saw that 6 Apsaras were now coming through the village streets. Asra, everyone ran into their houses, scared of them. Meanwhile, a man named Mangru came running to the Mukia. What happened, Mangu? Mukia ji, there are 6 Apsaras roaming around the village. 6 Apsaras, that is, Asra, out of the pond. Just then, they saw Asra coming from the front. Mukia and Mangru quickly hid behind a nearby tree. All the Asuras entered Shivam's house, and Shivam was surprised to see them. Ria also got scared. Banku, and she quickly pulled Banku close to her. The 6 Asuras stopped in front of Ria. Ria stared at them with fearful eyes. Then, one by one, they all turned into smoke and rapidly entered Ria's body. Ria's eyes glowed blue. Ria, are you okay? Ria didn't respond. Ria's hair automatically tied back. A big bindi appeared on her forehead, and she started to leave the house. Hey Ria, where are you going? Shivam tried to touch her, but he was shocked and fell away. Papa Banku, too, clung to his father, frightened by Ria. Ria left the house, and as she did, Mukia and Mangru looked at her in surprise. Ria walked ahead, Shivam, Mukia, and Mangru following her. Now, everyone in the village followed Ria. Ria went and sat on the large platform in the village, built under a banyan tree. Then, as if a divine light shone upon Ria, and Chitra's spirit also stood beside her. Shivam was even more astonished. The villagers gathered there. Seeing the bindi on Ria's forehead and the sparkling eyes, everyone bowed before her and paid their respects. Saati Asra Shivam was still at a loss. For some reason, the villagers had become afraid of Ria and were calling her Saati Asra instead of a goddess. Kaushalya too was astonished to see Ria. What are you guys doing? She's my Ria. She's not your Ria anymore. She is the goddess Saati Asra. What do you mean? Keep quiet. It won't be good if the goddess hears. Anyone in our village who has betrayed anyone, committed a crime, cheated, killed someone, or done anything wrong can come and apologize right now. Otherwise, no one can stop them from facing death. I'm just giving them a chance. The villagers didn't dare to respond. Ria stared at everyone for a while, and then they started cheering her. Victory. Everyone will be held accountable, because now Saati Asra has arrived. Victory. Friendship. Victory. Freedom. Everyone bowed before her, and Rhea began to smile. Shivam found it very strange that his Rhea wasn't paying any attention to him at all. Her demeanor, her voice, even her way of laughing had changed. Go, everyone, go to your homes. Upon receiving her order, everyone left, and Shivam, lost in thought, left for home. Mohanlal, a man from the village, arrived home terrified. What's wrong with you? Why are you so scared? Hurry up. He pulled his cot aside and began digging with a spade. His wife looked at him in surprise. He dug and pulled out a pot. Hey, this pot. Shut up. I have to bury this pot behind the house right now. You were responsible for stealing Deepak's money from his house a few days ago. Mohanlal didn't answer and started to leave. Just then, he heard the tinkling of anklets. Rhea, disguised as his companion, Asra, stopped in front of him. He was frightened by her sight and ran into his room, closed the door, and stared at the door. I told you I won't spare anyone who betrays the villagers. Forgive me, Saati Asra Devi. Forgive me. Just then, the door slammed shut, and Saati Asra stood behind him. Mohanlal looked back at her. She grabbed Mohanlal's neck. Mohanlal began to writhe in pain, and in an instant, Mohanlal's body turned into a skeleton. Mohanlal collapsed on the ground, reduced to a mere skeleton. After that, Saati Asra disappeared. In the morning, news of Mohanlal's death spread through the village. Shivam was still distraught. He mustered courage and reached the platform to find Rhea lying unconscious on the platform. She was unconscious. Rhea, wake up. Shivam shook her, and Rhea regained consciousness. Shivam hugged Shivam. Thank God you're okay. What happened to you? I don't remember anything, Shivam. I don't remember anything after those officers came to the house. Let's go talk to the village head. Only he can tell us. Shivam then took Rhea to the village head, where Kaushalya was also present. Mukhya ji, what is all this going on? Why were you all calling Rhea Saati Asra last night? Rhea? Did you summon Chitra's spirit outside the pond that night? Hearing this, Shivam looked at Rhea in surprise. Now Rhea recounted the entire incident of going to the pond, which left everyone astonished. Then Kaushalya took a deep breath and began speaking. Saati Asra is a word derived from the power of 7 goddesses who reside in ponds and riverbanks. If she calls out, that spirit will begin to live with her forever. Every night, 6 apsuras will reside inside her, transforming her into a Saati Asra and carry out their work. Chitra's spirit will also remain bound to you at all times, but she will only appear to you at night, and exactly 1 month later, the 6 apsuras will take you with them to the pond forever, and you will become a full-fledged Saati Asra. Hearing this, Shivam and Rhea were devastated. I have made a grave mistake. Oh God, I will leave this place today with Rhea. We will no longer live here. That won't do anything. Every night, you will see the spirit of Chitra. And at exactly 9 o'clock, the 6 apsuras will reside inside you, and at that moment, you will become a Saati Asra. You cannot free yourself from their bond because you have included your daughter, Chitra, in this by putting the doll in the pond. If Rhea were taken to the city, it would bring more trouble. Incidents like fraud, betrayal, theft, and robbery occurred daily in the city, just like what happened to Ma. Imagine how many people there could face this fate. Hearing this, both Rhea and Shivam were terrified. They both went back to their home. At nightfall, Rhea would appear as Chitra. And then, at 9 o'clock, the 6 Asaras would reside inside Rhea and turn her into a Saati Asra. Saati Asra would punish all the bad people in the village with death. Shivam was deeply troubled by this. Meanwhile, Chitra's spirit was also becoming troubled. She kept repeating the same thing every moment. Mother, I want liberation. I can't live like this anymore. 29 nights passed like this, and now the 30th night was approaching. Rhea, no matter what happens, I won't let you go today. Shivam, forgive me. Forgetting me is the best thing for you. Nothing can happen now. I am guilty of Chitra's crime too. No, Ria, how can I forget you? You are my wife. Just then, it was 9 o'clock, and the weather changed. The winds began to blow strongly, and all the windows and doors began to rattle. The six Asara stood in front of Ria. No! Stay away from my Ria! Shivam stood in front of Ria as a shield, but the six Asaras, with their power, threw him away in one stroke. Come, Shivam. Then, one by one, the six Asaras quickly entered Ria's body, and 10 Ria transformed into Saati Asra. Shivam composed himself and began walking quickly towards the platform. A while later, Saati Asra was sitting on the platform, and all the villagers stood in front of her with folded hands. I have eliminated all the evil people from the village, and if anyone starts doing anything bad again, I will definitely come back to punish them. Hail the goddess. Hail the goddess. Ria, you are my Ria. You can't leave me like this. Ria looked at her intently, but she was now Saati Asra. She pointed a finger at him. Electricity emanated from it, and Shivam felt a powerful shock. Come, my friend. Asra goddess, please forgive me. Come, Chitra. You are an important part of our bond. You will also stay with us in the pond from now on. Hearing this, Ritra also started to leave with them, but there was no joy on Ritra's face. Ria, Shivam, son, forget her now. She has now become my friend. Asra Shivam felt helpless. His heart sank at the thought of how he would live his life without Ria. Meanwhile, Ria, holding Chitra's hand, was also moving towards the pond. Mommy, I don't want to go into that pond. Ria didn't respond to her words and reached the pond. She saw a fire burning in a pile of dry leaves near the pond. She was about to jump into the pond, when just then, the water in the pond began to stir, and 2 hands emerged from within. In those hands was Chitra's doll. Seeing this, Saati Asra was astonished. Upon coming out, she realized that the person was none other than Shivam. Shivam stared intently at Saati Asra, and his mind went back to Saati Asra's words. What are you doing here? The soul is an important part of your bond, isn't it? Hearing this, Saati Asra's face turned pale. Shivam quickly ran towards the fire. No. Before Saati Asra could do anything, Shivam threw the doll into the fire. The fire was burning so intensely that even after getting wet, the doll caught fire. She screamed loudly, no. As soon as the doll burned, the soul smiled and disappeared. Just then, Mukhia and Kaushalya arrived. One by one, 6 nymphs emerged from Ria's body and entered the pond. They made a loud noise there and then vanished. Ria fainted and fell, and Shivam caught her. Ria? Are you okay? Ria smiled and nodded. Shivam hugged her. Thank God you got your Ria back.